up, boys? It's Pjtruckin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're out here in Houston, Texas. We're flying out to Las Vegas, Nevada. We have a sick truck lined up for you guys. If you're new, every week we upload a sick diesel truck of the week. We'll fly, we'll go out anywhere, get some good content for you guys. Stay tuned, let's hop in. We're at a merchandise conference. I know you guys have been asking for merch, but I've had it designed for a little while. I just want to make sure when I release it, it's a good drop. So we're here trying to find the best kind of merch, best quality for you guys, trying to have fire merch. So it looks like we got a pretty good contract. We found a dope t-shirt. You guys will see my merch is gonna be solid quality merch. I'm not gonna try to make so much profit. I'm more gonna worry about just, you know, you get a shirt, you're gonna keep that shirt for a long time. You would touch it, you'd be like, damn, this is a solid quality shirt. You can wear it to any type of function. Big quality merch over, you know, these kind of shirts that aren't gonna last long. That's why I haven't pushed it out yet, because I wanna make sure I got you guys with quality merch, quality packaging. What's up, guys? Pjtruckin. Welcome back to the channel. This week we're in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we have an absolutely killer 700 horsepower mega cab, as you can see behind me.
What's going on, guys? I'm Frank. We're at my shop, Sin City Diesel and Off-Road here in Vegas, and behind me we got my 06 Ram 2500 mega cab. I bought this truck about a year and a half ago, and the goal with it was to build a post over 1200 horsepower daily driver, tow rig, do everything kind of truck, and so far that's pretty much what we've gotten out of it. To start off with, we'll start with the exterior. When I got it, the paint was faded, you know, old truck, so we had it completely repainted. My buddy took care of it. It actually came out pretty well. And then as far as wheels and tires go, just running some fuel 22x12 ignites. Cast wheels, no forged here. We're not super baller like you guys out in Florida. But it did have forged wheels on it at one time, but it is what it is. I got a set of Nitto 555R2s. These tires I highly recommend if you're running some decent power and you need to put it to the ground. Yeah.
Well, I talk a little bit more about that because we have a few trucks there.
Yeah, so I've always had like Toyo Proxies and Nitto 420s on my old trucks, but those trucks only made like 500, 600 horsepower, nothing crazy. When I put those on this truck, when it was making the big power, it would blow them right off. Once I put these on, they were able to tame the power a lot better for a street tire, because they're still DOT approved, you can daily drive them, but they're still a performance drag tire as well. They do have less tread, so you're not going to get, you know, 30,000 miles out of them, but you know,
you're gripping where you're going.
Yeah,
that power.
Yeah, when you got over 1,000 horsepower, and you're trying to put it to the ground, especially if you're in two-wheel drive. I mean, blowing the tires off at 80 miles an hour is fun, but when you want to hook up, you need it to hook up. So these do that. The other thing that really helps with hooking up is obviously some traction bars. I went with some Cal tracks. I did have a set of like traction bars on it before. They're good, but I wanted to try the Cal tracks. I've never tried them before, and I gotta say I'm really happy with them. They come out of the hole a lot better in my opinion. I haven't done any sled pulling yet with it, so we'll kind of see how it does there. I've heard mixed reviews. But
how about shocks? Shock-wise?
Shocks, running a set of Bilstein 5100s all around, actually. 5100 Bilsteins with fire pump mounts on the rear. Not too sure exactly the science behind it, but I know that's the better way for drag racing. So that's kind of where I set the truck up, as a fun street truck and for drag racing. But
yeah, sick roll pan here.
Yeah, it was cool until I hit it with my forklift.
Yeah, everybody with a roll pan's got a story like that.
Exactly. So I gotta get it repainted, but you know, it is what it is.
So you got the old megacab right here.
Yes, sir.
Got a fast fuel system.
Yeah, so fast. They've been a huge help. We use them here at the shop all the time, but for my truck, they came in clutch. We got a fast 290, and then we're running an XDP sump. All right. One thing I wanted to mention too, running these billet control arms. They're built by Full Hook Performance. My buddy Dakota owns them. Made here in technically Vegas, Indian Springs, but he makes them. They're awesome. They're the best control arms I've had on my vehicles. So if you guys are looking for some badass arms, there you go. And then let's pop the hood. So to start off with, this is not the big power motor. I actually cracked the block on my other motor, the 6.7, that made the big power. So we did 1,414 horse on nitrous, and we did 1,251 horse on fuel only with that motor. And come to find out, we were getting a little coolant in the oil, so I had to pull that motor and put this one together as a temporary setup.
So what are we looking at right here?
So we'll go front to back basically. So first off, full Mishimoto cooling stack. Again, they came in clutch, really helped us out on this build. I got their intercooler, the transcooler, and their radiator. Wow. Big fan of the intercooler especially, but this transcooler, especially in the Vegas heat, it's 110, 115 here. Before I had this cooler on, I could not keep the temps down on this transmission, but I also can't keep my foot out of the gas, so you know, it is what it is. Outside of that, this is actually the original 5.9 that was in this truck. It's semi-built, all ARP hardware. It's got stock rods, stock pistons, but we opened it up a little bit. I got a little bit more piston to wall so we can really get it hot and not seize the motor. We got a Tater-built 67 drop-in. And then we're running Dynamite Diesel 45% injectors. I have a Dynamite Diesel 12 mil CP3. Again, huge thank you to Dynamite Diesel Products. They've really helped us out on not only our customer builds again, but on my build here specifically for this motor and the big motor. They fuel all my stuff. And then obviously we got the custom powder coating, the engine I built here in-house. All right, so moving on to the transmission. We got a Randy's Stage 4 48RE with the full manual valve body. So I mean, it's got the big Sonex 35 spline input. It's got the Miraging intermediate, the fat output shaft. This thing weighs 7,700 pounds and I don't let up. And so far this transmission's taken it all. I mean, when it had the big motor making 1,200 horse at the track, I would launch it at like 25 PSI boost and come out of the hole, do a 1.760 foot, and that trans just keeps pushing. Never had a problem with it. The only problem I had was I adjusted the second gear band wrong and fried it, so I had to replace that. But that was on me. All right, so the interior is more or less stock. It's a Laramie interior, so it's got the nice leather. Very clean. The guy that I bought it from took care of it. It was actually a customer of mine, so I knew the truck beforehand. You can see I changed the steering wheel to PRP. suede steering wheel with the NRG quick release hub. If I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't do it, wouldn't recommend it, because this being a Laramie, it had all the buttons for the stereo, and I lost cruise control, so I'll probably actually go back to the stock stereo, but you know, race truck, why not? And then again, we got the full manual valve body, so a little bit of put the e-brake on this time. Don't mind a little bit of wiring mess. Working with ISPRO on prototyping with these gauges they sent for me to try out. These gauges are actually really awesome. If you see, they got basically you're running 2 gauges in one. I don't know if I necessarily
so have 4 on 4.
Exactly. And they're not too bad. I don't know if they're gonna offer them in this kind of triple pod setup with these huge gauges, but they're really cool gauges.
How about a tuner? What do you got for a tuner?
So it's running EFI Live, 5-position. My buddy Dominic does phenomenal tuning. Again, we made 1,400 horsepower with his tuning, so that pretty much says it all.
All right, so this Cummins is absolutely crazy. We've had a lot of trucks on the channel. Usually we go with big builds, kind of more like this one, but we're all about going fast too. We've had a few fast trucks on the channel. You guys love seeing the fast diesel content. We're out here in Nevada. This is one of the fastest trucks. If you remember the Cummins, or the Cummins swap Ford, he actually did the tuning for that truck, so you were able to hook us up and get us this truck over here. We've been absolutely killing it. We got a bunch of trucks in Georgia. Now we're getting some exposure out here in Las Vegas. Pjtruckin. Let's turn this thing on. Alright, so it's been a while since we had a Cummins on the channel. And of course, we got a little chop, really dirty sound. Alright, so we're gonna go get a few pulls and some burnouts. Swapping on the race tires, huh?
Yeah, the old proxies. Just cause, like I said, those tires are awesome, those 555Rs. They're expensive and they're hard to get nowadays, so.
So, what's going on in here?
So right now, what tune are we at? We're tune 4. Keep it sort of Christian, right? Let's just hit lock up and see what she does. Better edit that one out.
Wow!
Oh, I forgot how fun it is when they spin.
Wow! Wow. Wow. The road is melting. Woo. Wow.
I like that. I gave you my head gasket for that one.
No. Wow. That was insane. That's gonna break the internet. Wow. Absolutely insane.
Feels really good. Like I just a head gasket.
Alright, I hope you guys liked the video. Hope you guys liked the sick mega cab. Shout out to my buddy Frank out at Sin City Diesels. Shout out to Sin City Diesels. Shout out to Arden and Devin for hooking me up with this. Appreciate you guys for watching. Pjtruckin.